Hello, what's up everybody? It's Papa Bale. Welcome to the channel. And this is one possibility of what we could do with this. You got your rotor underneath, in between your coils and your other rotor. Well, actually these are all rotors. So here, let's see what we're working with. So it's working, kind of. See, I didn't have any idea of what the third layer would do. Wow. That was pretty smooth, though. It did sound like when they were firing a kind of off sequence, like the middle and the back here weren't. This and the center rotor aren't exactly in sync, but they're pretty good. Let's do that again. I had to stop it because everything that isn't nailed down was going to go flying. So yeah, of course we got to get the wireless power power cut. I don't know, man. I mean, that you keep on running into these brick walls. I've torn down a lot of fucking walls, dude. So, you know, maybe it's time to stop doing that. Maybe it's time to start listening, you know. I mean, it works, but it's probably going to break sometime in the near future. I mean, you can argue, but the safety, ratio of 3D printing one of these things is really low. I want to say it's low. Not like low safety needed. It's like low. It's very hazardous. Any one of these things could fly off of here at any time. So, I mean, if you're going to do it, I suggest you do it better than I'm doing it because, I'm just trying it out right now because I could. And I wanted to see what was going to happen. And I like the results. I do. Especially the second time we tried it. It was like, yeah, that's what we want. First time was good too. And there's a lot of things that I would like to work on, like work out. See, there's 28 gauge strands that I want to hook up to this. And I don't know exactly what I want to do with that. Maybe light up some LEDs. I don't know. But, I mean, the power that this thing is going to generate is limited. But it's also, I believe, increased than, say, a normal motor with no counter rotation. I do believe that when it counter rotates, you are doubling at least what is able for you to acquire through normal means. And what's normal changes every day. So, I mean, normal for now. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. So I'm talking AC, DC, You put it through the bridge rectifier there, you're going to get some DC out. And it's going to be able to, we can maybe measure how much of that is going to be. Because if we can just get the center, the coils spinning. Oh no, that won't work. Yep, never mind. And that's been the issue with this the whole time, is everybody wants to know the digits and stuff. I'm like, look, dude, you can't get the digits because it's the coils are moving. So good luck with that. Now, I've thought of several ways to get those readings, but just because you can't get the readings doesn't mean the readings aren't there. Okay? If you use these coils on a different motor, you get readings from it. You get a basic speed gauge. You get your basic fundamental experimentation done on a different motor. That's how I would do it. And I would have faith that when this thing is spinning, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay? It's that simple. It is that freaking simple. So argue all you want that it doesn't do anything, that it isn't useful. It does exactly the same thing any of these other type of motors do. It's just that you don't get to see it. You don't get those readings. Now, I could hook each one of these coils up to like a commutator plate or their own commutator plate or ring. Like their own set of slip rings maybe. And then possibly if I could get it below this right here, down to the table, we could get some readings. But that literally is like 2 sets of slip rings minimum. You got 2 humps to get over. You got to get over its hump. So from here to here, and then have your slip rings in between here somehow. And then go under this one. And then have your slip ring. Let me show you how much room, okay, we're dealing with here under there. That's that much room, man, between those 2 magnets. I don't think that's going to work. Unless there's something that I'm missing. Now, we could do orbital layer rings, like have them one real close here and have them be on this thing. So when it's spinning, they're connected. But getting beyond that point, how do you do that? I mean, yeah, I would love to have all that. And then, of course, you think that's the most important thing. So that means I have to change my whole design to accommodate, what other people think is the best. But no, that isn't going to happen, guys. I swear. Man, build your own, right? Build your own. Do your own experimentation with this sort of thing. Don't try and do it through me, because that is, I don't know, it's a pet peeve of mine. Alright, one more time. Still getting used to this. Alright, and there's that fling-a-ling that I was talking about. Alright, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe that was on. Alright, I'll get into it. Thank you very much. Bye now.